Hi everyone, this is Shannon Shy. Welcome to another installment of Q&A with Shannon about OCD recovery. Thank you everyone for the questions. I will get to them in due time. And if you want to send me a question, you may do so by sending me a message on Facebook, Instagram, my YouTube channel, and send me an email, shannonshy@gmail.com. Okay, today's question. I think a lot of people have this question. How do I stop ruminating? That comes from Anonymous. I ruminated a lot when I suffered. You might recall my OCD themes began with a fear of harming other people, a sense of feeling responsible for the safety of other people, moral scrupulosity, right? I couldn't do anything wrong, didn't want to be judged. I got diagnosed and then OCD morphed, added a bunch of new themes, violence and sex, particularly pedophilia. That was a really tough one because I have two young kids at the time. Religion, sexual orientation, relationship. So it just kept hammering me. Rumination can be confusing because I think we get fixated on this blurry line between what is an OCD generated thought. And when I say thought, it could be a thought, an image, an urge, a feeling. So I will refer to all of them as thoughts just for ease of discussion here. But there's that blurry line between what is an OCD generated thought and what is compulsive thinking, right? Because we think thoughts. And so I think people get kind of wrapped up in this. I took a simple approach. So the way I viewed it, OCD was sending me these dark messages designed to give me doubt and anxiety, intended to get a response from me. It could be emotional, mental, or behavioral, or all three. It wanted that response. My job was to prevent the response. I viewed rumination as a behavior, right? Or any mental compulsion. It was a behavior, just like my physical behaviors: avoidance, checking, seeking reassurance, washing, etc. Again, my job was to prevent the response. Breaking it down as to what OCD was doing to me, giving me these thoughts, and what it wanted to from me was helpful, right? It didn't necessarily make preventing the response easy, but at least I was able to move beyond what I did not control, and that was the presence of the OCD generated thoughts, and what I did control, whether I would respond. And OCD kept baiting me, right? It would give me all of these thoughts and follow on thoughts, trying to get me to participate by analyzing, by reviewing, by trying to solve, all mentally. And I would spend hours and hours and hours consumed by this. So once I figured out what OCD wanted, I could then target what I needed to prevent my response. When I became self aware of what was happening, right, I'd have these thoughts, or even if I was already ruminating, right, it would happen almost automatically. Not almost, automatically it would happen. I would find myself ruminating. When I became self aware of what was happening, I would pause, understand what was going on, and ask myself, hey, do you need to respond to this? Do you need to analyze this? Do you need to solve this? The answer was always and is always a resounding no. N-O, no, I don't. OCD was baiting me. It was increasing doubt and anxiety, betting that I was going to cave. I couldn't take the bait. I learned how not to take the bait. When I became self aware and I paused, I would try to turn my attention back to what whatever activity I was engaged in, like in ordinary life, watching TV, playing ball with my kids, reading, whatever it was, would turn my attention back to that and be mindful of what I was doing. Now, to be clear, I wasn't trying to distract myself so that I wouldn't have to deal with OCD. I didn't care whether the thoughts were present. I had the right to live my life, not and do what I wanted to do, not what OCD wanted me to do. And many times when I was trying to be mindful, and I think you will all appreciate this, OCD was always in the background, sort of like the opposing fans in a basketball game when a player is attempting to shoot a free throw, raising Cain, making noise. Look at me, look at me. It can be there, but you don't have to respond, mentally or physically. Right? And let me end with this. Don't be afraid to think, right? The French philosopher Rene Descartes was right. I think, therefore I am. The ability to think is an amazing, wonderful power that we have. But it is your power, not OCD's. So you can do this. I did it. We are not different. OCD will get the message that you're not interested in participating. And the thoughts and the related anxiety, the related doubt, they will diminish, both in intensity and frequency. So I wish you the best of luck. That's how I did it.